Dr. Nero, and welcome back to game week 21 of the Premier League. We're getting nearer and nearer to a relegation scrap, a title race. Everything's getting close, even the points. Fill me in.
Oh my goodness, 8 points for me, 10 points for you, and I don't know how you won last week there. That goal by Harrison Reed cost me 4 points.
I celebrated that goal so much. Genuinely, because seeing you get it wrong in the last kick of the game with a shot like that. You know, Thogsis was watching that on telly.
I'm going to tell you a story about this.
She became a Fulham fan in that second.
I was down the tennis club, right? And it was like injury time, and it was 1-1. I come back here, it's like a 3-minute walk, and Theo's like, yeah, it's finished 2-2.
Yeah.
You're like,
Liverpool bottled it. Van Dijk left him onside for the first goal. Second goal, bad defending. I can't back the Scousers for anything, and we need to predict that game. But also, they're playing Arsenal now. We'll save that for later. What's the first game?
Oh, the first game has to be West Ham United against Nottingham Forest. It's 18th against 17th. It's an enormous relegation tussle, Theo. It's a classic 6-pointer, isn't it, Theo? But West Ham United haven't won in 9 games, and they've just suffered the ultimate indignity of losing to Wolves. And my Wolves mate, Theo, he sent me a text. He said, I thought the worst team at Molineux this season would be Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's not. It's West Ham. Seriously.
I can't believe Wolves finally won. I feel like we need to give it a round of applause.
Round of applause.
Week on week, we've been discussing when will that team win, and the Wolfpack went and did it. Not 1, not 2, but 3 goals.
The Wolfpack, it's a pub in West Hampstead.
Yeah, it is. And it's also the support and the fans and the culture of that club.
It is.
Can they go ahead and win again? That's the question.
But this is one of those games where you're like, can both sides lose? Because you look at Forest's record, Theo, they've lost 4 in a row. West Ham, like I said, haven't won in 9. I mean, my goodness, this could be a dreadful game.
Yeah, West Ham, it's a tough one. It really is. This is El Sakiko.
Oh, this is Nuno, who has managed both clubs
Nuno
this
managed
season.
Forest the last time they played.
So he could get sacked from 2 clubs in 1 season.
Yeah, and now he's managing West Ham, so he'll know the Forest team very well. But Dyche plays very different football. But what sort of football helps you when you're losing 4 games on the trot? And West Ham just lost 3-0 to Wolves. So everyone, I mean, whoever loses this game is probably sacked. That's why you'd favour a draw, maybe? But what's interesting, put up the Premier League table, Ahmed. You can see that there's a 4-point gap. If West Ham win, they're only 1 point from survival in the Premier League. Could be a bit of a relegation battle, this. It's a 6-pointer.
Totally, Theo. But you know what? I'm going to sit on the fence here and go for a 1-1 draw.
I take a long sip of coffee as I think my score, because what I've got written down.
Good coffee. I made it.
Very good coffee.
But we're not here to talk about the coffee in our mugs. We're here to talk about.
We're not in Colombia. We're in London, and we're talking about a London fixture where West Ham at home, they can win this. They can. They beat them 3-0 away. Bowen, Paqueta, everyone laughing. But that was Nuno against Potter. This is Nuno on the other team against Sean Dyche. And Sean Dyche is a very solid manager, but he's had a very bad run of form. And I actually look at the team and I see a lot of holes in both 11s. I'm not convinced enough that anybody will actually score in this game. You know where I'm going with this. 0-0. Nobody wins. Boos at full time from the home and away end. And everyone will be in those Shoreditch boozers after the game. What's it called? Hackney Wick with the frothy beards.
Good boozers.
And the Forest fans will be drinking with the West Ham fans. And they'll be going, yeah, we're shit. We're both going down. Cheers.
Crystal Palace against Aston Villa is 14th against 3rd. It's 2 teams with very different recent form. Now Palace first, 1 point in 5 games. I think it's 6 home games without a win. Surely they can't get anything against Villa.
Yeah, well, they're missing Daniel Munoz, Ismail Assar, some key players there. Goalless at Newcastle. There was that disallowed goal early, and then Newcastle went on to score 2. That was a bit of a battering, wasn't it?
It was, Theo, but then you look at... Yes.
What a player.
I know.
Wissa and Gordon, good link up. They've got a celebration together already as well.
They certainly have. But look at Aston Villa, Theo. Obviously, they had that blip, didn't they, against Arsenal. A lot of people are going to have that. But they've gone back to winning ways. And at home, I think it's 11 in a row. Away from home, you've got to look at Villa and think they are the favourite. I mean, look at John McGinn. By the way, what was that celebration all about?
Would you do that celebration?
No, I wouldn't.
Find that celebration and show it on the screen.
Apparently,
he scored 2 goals.
He did score 2, and 2 very good goals.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not talk about the goalie's mistake. But that McGinn celebration was something, it was like a private joke from the dressing room. The gaffer was talking about step by step, and McGinn sort of took that to the next level. Anyway, who's going to win it?
I think Unai Emery does sometimes do the
the
little turn with the hands. Also, step by step, they've just come back from losing 4-1 against Arsenal to beating Nottingham Forest 3-1 at home. What a bounce back. So credit to Unai Emery. He is a serial winner. I'm sorry, I mean, you can come off a defeat the way you have and get the squad thinking about wins again that quick. is really impressive.
Do you know what step by step is in Russian?
What is it?
Shag pashagam. I'm not even joking. It is true. You look it up.
But why did you need to say that to Prem Predictions?
That's why I was laughing. I was explaining why I'm laughing. I mean, we talked some nonsense. I'm going to get straight to my point.
I think you should.
It's going to be Crystal Palace 1, Villa 2. Because Villa right now, they look so good.
Well, you've said 1-1. Villa won by 2 last game. I'm going to back them to win by 2 again because Palace, this is one of the weakest runs I've seen of the season. I can't back Glasner. I can't back the squad. They do miss Eze. I'm saying the obvious here, but Crystal Palace will lose 0-2 at home to Aston Villa. 2-goal difference. Let's go different.
Fulham against Chelsea is 11th against 5th. It is the Fulham derby, Theo, and it's two teams who bagged really late draws last weekend. Fulham first, Theo.
Yeah.
Look at their form. 11 points in 5 games. Only Arsenal and Aston Villa have got better form. And you've got to look at their spirit against Liverpool. Dead and buried, 2-1 down. Harrison Reed. What a goal.
Oh my goodness. Some season Fulham are having.
It is.
And they lose 3 of their first team players to Nigeria and they just decide to win every game now. Or draw last minute goals. That felt like a win against Liverpool, to be honest.
It did.
The way they came back, the Harry Wilson first goal, the Harrison Reed second, everything was brilliant in front of the fans. Liverpool bottled it again. They're definitely out the title race now. Fulham are in this kind of like weird position in the middle of the table where they could push for Europe soon and they're having great moments, great days at their home stadium. So who says they can't beat a managerless Chelsea?
That is absolutely right, Theo. Now, Chelsea, having said that, they got a good draw, didn't they? I mean, the Man City players and staff were gutted, weren't they by that result?
They were. But what a result for Chelsea. You don't have Maresca. The team's a bit worried about what we're all going to do. Reece James, good captain, leads Callum McFarlane to the helm and yeah, he did a good job. Him and the backroom staff have been upgraded from the under-21s. They don't really know that even the squad, they didn't even know if they'd get let into the first team training parking zone.
I know.
Forget even being around the team. And he's gone to the Etihad and come away with a draw. That is unbelievable. His first game in the Premier League is one to remember. He used to be the assistant manager of AFC Croydon or something like that. I thought that was on Netflix. But now, he might become the new Chelsea manager. This might be the beautiful story. You know what the Chelsea owners are like?
It's a great story, but it's a Netflix story.
Liam Rosner, he might be coming in.
Rosenior, yes.
Rosenior from Strasbourg. Apparently he's now in London. Will he be the manager for this game? I don't know. Maybe give Callum McFarlane one more go. He got a draw at Etihad. If Maresca did that, people would have said it's a good result, don't sack him.
Yeah. Now think about Chelsea, Theo, and I've said this for the last 2 years. They've got a collection of very good footballers, but they don't work as a unit. Yeah, the whole is not greater than the sum of the parts. And there are times when Chelsea look a bit woeful, and there are times when they look great, often in the same game.
Yeah.
So I can just only go for a draw here. For a 1-1 draw.
See, when we talk about Chelsea, we're not talking about the greatness of the players or what they've done.
Yeah.
We're talking about the questions that need to be answered upstairs. And until those questions are answered, I can't back Chelsea to win this game. I can't even back them to draw. Ooh. You're going with a draw. I'm going with a Fulham win. Fulham to win 1-0.
Wow.
In the Fulham derby at home. They're at Craven Cottage.
Wow.
We've seen the scenes.
I'm going to do my amazed expression and point at the result you
Let's
just
see.
said.
I think Liam Rosenoir, however you say it, will be the Rosenior. I always get names wrong when they first come to the Prem. I think there's a chance he could be the manager for this game, or definitely watching from the stands. But if it is Callum McFarlane's last game, well done on getting a result. Prove me wrong again.
Brentford against Sunderland is 7th against 8. 2 teams in really good form this season, Theo. Both of them have got European ambitions. Now, let's talk about Brentford first. They went to the Hill Dickinson, which is, by the way, is no longer a fortress, and they smashed Everton. And you look at their home form, unbeaten in 6. You've got to look at Brentford with Thiago firing on all cylinders and think they're the favourites.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, let's break it down. Igor Thiago's hat-trick to go there and score 4 goals at Everton. It's just incredible.
And we've forgotten about him, haven't we? Because he got all his goals early, but he is second in the Golden Boot race. So if Haaland, for example, was to get an injury, Thiago can win the Golden Boot.
He can. And they'll probably sell him for 60 million, maybe in Jan, maybe in the summer. But what a system they've got at Brentford. The way they find players. Let's break it down. They've got Mbeumo at United, they made loads of money. Wisser at Newcastle made loads of money. Now Igor Thiago is about to be sold for a lot, and they should rinse him for as long as they can. How can we not back Brentford to win in these sort of games until they lose Igor Thiago? I had such a howler at the start of the season, being like, is this guy going to turn up? Is he the man for the position? But what you have to remember about Brentford is that a system was left there by Thomas Frank that works well for the forwards. They get a lot of contributions. We saw it last season. And what we've seen is that now Mbeumo and Wisser are not getting them. It's Igor Thiago who is. It's true. Working. It's working. The team works well for the striker to finish the dinner. And he will probably not score 1 here. He could score 2. Sunderland is still very, very solid. And actually the team we get wrong the most on predictions. We underestimated them again. We both said Tottenham to win by a goal and Sunderland sneaked a draw.
Well, every so-called pundit in the world thought that Sunderland would be bottom 3 this season.
It's crazy.
But they bought very well, and they bought a bunch of players that we just didn't know. And the Nevilles of this world didn't know who they are. But anyway, Sunderland full marks.
But we both got last week wrong.
We did.
Said
They've
Spurs.
gone and drawn 4 games in a row. They are now the draw specialists, which I'm saying as a positive. But you look away from home at Sunderland, Theo. When was the last time they scored 2 goals away from home? It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I look at Brentford in the current form, they will score 2 goals.
They will.
If Brentford score 2, they win this game.
Yeah, I think we agree then. Brentford 2, Sunderland 1?
Yeah, let's agree on that.
Let's agree. Why not?
AFC Bournemouth against Tottenham Hotspur Football Club is 15th against 13th. 2 teams having rotten seasons, particularly in recent weeks. But Bournemouth, Theo, 11 games without a win. But the way they've played recently against Arsenal and Chelsea, surely they're due a victory.
You think so? They're fighting, aren't they?
They are fighting. They are a good team on their day. They're really good to watch.
Comments cook me proper saying that Bournemouth might get something against Arsenal.
Very close, Theo.
Very
close to coming back.
Krupi!
I know.
Keep scoring.
I know, the Croupier. He is a fabulous player.
Is he the Semenyo filler if Semenyo leaves?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is, you've got to worry about Bournemouth next season.
They have to invest.
But right, let's talk about this game. I've already hinted at what I think. Spurs, Theo.
You know what I'd be worried about? Andoni thinking about a January move over to Man United.
Ooh, very, very interesting.
Or Chelsea, if they don't get...
We are literally just hearing in our earpieces that Ruben Amorim has been fired. Well, he's left Man United. I'm not sure of the circumstances. Did he walk? Was he pushed?
Check his source. Check his source.
HP source. You know I like HP
source. Okay. It must be true then.
Right.
Amorim's gone. So Bournemouth might lose their best player and their coach in this January window. I'm just saying, watch out. We've seen wilder things have happened in the Premier League. So they've got to take every point they can get before those boys are off. And I don't know. You saw Bournemouth the last few days. They are due something. They fought well against Arsenal. This time, it's an easier opponent. We know that. Tottenham bottled it. To be honest, they attack without an address. I said to the TV, I said to you, Dad, we watched that Tottenham first half together. The days of Kane and Son are well and truly over. Yeah. Now you see them run up and Pedro Porro is guessing. Richarlison's running around like a headless chicken at the back post waiting for anything he can snatch onto. There's no real connection. The midfield doesn't have the grit. It's Archie Gray. At some point it'll be good, but he's not even going for the headers. There's so many areas of problems within this Tottenham team. Not even Thomas Frank can save you. Bournemouth will get something. They're going to win or draw this game. I'm going to go 2-2.
Do you know what? They're Spurs bang average at the moment. 1 win in 5. I agree with everything you said. Bournemouth are due a win. Bournemouth to win. 2-1. Manchester City against Brighton and Hove Albion. It's second against 10th. It is the beer drinkers from Beswick against the latte drinkers from the lanes, Theo.
What are you on about?
I know. Yeah, it's good that though. I thought it was good. You see, beer, Beswick, latte. Anyway,
at least Brighton fans have something to laugh about because the last few weeks have not been a laughing matter.
That is true, but they beat Burnley, and if they're probably 3 points away from 5th place. It's one of those weird seasons.
Yeah, you know what?
A lot of teams are not playing very well. And if they pick up a couple of wins in the next 2 or 3 games, you're talking about Champions League.
It's a good point. They actually played Burnley at home at the right time and they got the job done. So fair play. We are being a bit mean. But Man City dropping points to a managerless Chelsea.
And Sunderland. 2 draws in a row.
Gifted Arsenal the Premier League. Absolute gift. Christmas present come late. 2026 season's greetings. Have the title. It's not golden, but it's still a title. Surely they go back to winning ways.
They have to, Theo. I mean, it's one of those games that maybe 1 times out of 10 Brighton win, 1 times out of 10 they draw, but 8 times out of 10 Man City. I'm just going to go.
You're going straight to it? No way.
Straight to it.
Okay.
Man City have to bounce back with a win. Usually they do. Usually at home they win and they score goals. They're going to win this 2-0.
Cherky, Doku, Haaland, Bernardo Silva. It's a good
Phil Foden. I mean, look, we know it's a great team, Theo.
And they need to make it work.
They just needed that second goal against Chelsea.
Pep won't allow back-to-back home games with disappointment.
Yeah.
He will get his act together and he will be victorious in this match. I think I'm going to go 2-0, which means we said the same. I'm sorry. It's kind of boring.
Okay, no.
Kind of copying you. Because 3 is too many against Brighton. 1 is not enough. It's a 2-goal deficit game. We're going to be right.
Everton against Wolverhampton Wanderers is 12th against 20th. It's 2 teams with very different ambitions. Everton, they're still thinking about the lower European places. Wolverhampton Wanderers are thinking about, well, 2 things really. They want to get more than 12 points and avoid that derby record. And maybe they're dreaming of a miracle because they've got 4 points in 2 games there. And you talk about Everton. They've lost 4 of the last 6 home games.
Yeah.
Hill Dickinson is no longer a fortress. fortress. And maybe the frailties of that Everton side are being exposed.
Well done, Wolves. Well done. You were victorious. Congratulations. A massive, massive win. I think I predicted it too. I went for a 1-0.
You did.
Not quite a 3-0, but I backed it and I got Wolves to win wrong on multiple occasions. Finally a payout. That's nice. Will they beat Everton away? Ooh, can they do what Brentford did? Ooh. If they keep up the scoring that they're doing, who says no?
Well, if miracle time is happening, Theo, Wolves need to win the next 3 or 4 games. It's as simple as that, because they are 12 points, I think, behind Nottingham Forest.
And keep an eye on that West Ham Forest result earlier on in the week.
Don't think about anyone else. They just need win. So they have
Forest
to
win
go.
that game,
they have to go to the Hill Dickinson and win. It's as simple as that. Draws are not important.
Is that what you tell the players if you're the coach?
Yes.
You should come in as interim.
Yeah. Did you see me? I'm not.
I reckon you would be more designed for a relegation battle than a title race. I don't think you'd handle the pressure at the top, but I reckon you could get out.
Yeah.
You could sort out a mess.
Shots of fire.
That's what Thorgad used to do. He used to go into companies, sort out the mess.
Yeah.
So you could do that with some Brexit Northern club.
Well, I was the sort of Jim Ratcliffe. I just cut cost out. But anyway, let's get back to this.
That's an owner, though. That's an owner.
Yeah.
But that's not working, is it? They just sacked Amorim. We'll talk about that next game.
We certainly will.
Everton are on a bad run. David Moyes is missing his best players. Kinnan Dewsbury-Hall needs to get back. Iliman Ndiaye getting through the rounds. They're actually one of the favourites to win that tournament. So he won't come back soon.
But Jack Grealish was there. He got 2 assists, by the way.
Yeah.
But you concede 4 goals at home to Brentford, Theo.
Igor Thiago, though. How good was he? We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
I just think Everton need a response. They are better than Wolves. Scrappy game, could be a high-scoring draw or a high-scoring Everton win. Which one are you picking?
I'm not going to go with what I feel here, because I think Wolves might get something here.
Seriously?
Based upon their form over 2 games.
You're changing your score?
I'm not going to change my score because of the odds, because of what the bookies are saying. I'm going to go Everton 2, Wolves 1. It's going to be close.
I will say, I've never looked at the odds this season, and I've never led in a predictions, because I've gone with my feeling against the bookies.
Yeah.
And it's worked to get ahead of you this year on predictions.
True.
And I'll do that again. Everton 1, Wolves 1. I back them to get a win, they got to win. Don't bet against something that's working. They need another point. It will be a solid point on the road for Wolves, wouldn't it?
Very big
it's true. Come on, Wolves, get it done.
Burnley versus Manchester United, 19th against 6th. It is a very, very tasty Lancashire derby. 2 sets of fans who hate each other. My friend Alistair Campbell from the Rest Is Politics, he's going to turn up with a weapon, Theo. He's going to take in. He's going to take in his bagpipes. Trust me, that's a weapon if you've heard him play them.
There's not much weapon up top for Burnley this season. They're barely scoring goals.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, they're not.
Good lad.
Are they going to score at home to United?
They're not. You see, Burnley, they've gone 11 games in a row without a win. And they're just not scoring goals, are they?
Broja got one a couple of weeks ago, but not enough. Where's all those goals gone? At the start of the season, they had that English winger who was bagging goals for fun, wasn't he?
Truth there. But let's talk a little bit about Manchester United, because they are 6th. I don't know how they're 6th. I mean, this is a funny old season. I was thinking about this, Theo. How many teams this season are playing well, are having good seasons? There's not that many. Okay, you take the top 2, the top 3, then you might say Burnley, Sunderland, Fulham. Who else?
This could be, it's there for the taking. Amorim, we just got the message on the earpiece. He's been sacked this morning. Now we're doing predictions, perfect timing. Chelsea United without managers, everything's up for grabs. Burnley will be licking their lips. Jadon Anthony will be licking his lips. Armando Broja, I know he scores 1 goal a season, but he might be licking his lip. Okay, I wouldn't go that far. But Burnley can do something. If they really want to take this serious, if Scott Parker doesn't want to be known as the relegation maestro for the rest of his life, he's got to win. Do it now. Prove everybody wrong. But, I mean, you don't have Trapp between sticks, and you probably miss him because you could really do with him. He's been rotting on bench at City. It's really sad to see. But I just don't know if that Burnley team is good enough. And I do think even if the manager is basically Bruno Fernandes in the changing room, they'll probably still win. They've got a better team, right, Dad?
Certainly they miss Bruno Fernandes when he's not there, don't they, Theo?
Is he still not there?
I don't know.
He could be back.
He could be back, and United need him. Now, I noticed here...
Amorim's lost his job with that.
The Leeds against Manchester United game, the 12th man, I know this is a cliche, was the Leeds crowd.
Yeah.
It was, you could hear, I mean, at times, I'm sure they turned the microphones off because you could hear what the Leeds fans were saying. They were the 12th man. And this is what Burnley need to be at Turf Moor for this game. They need to be the 12th man.
I don't understand why Amorim got sacked at that point. Going to Leeds away on the form that they're in, getting a draw, that's a good result. I predicted Leeds to win. United outperformed my prediction. And then the owners went, oh, you drew at Leeds away with a team, one of the best teams on form, in their own stadium, which is an absolute fortress. Oh, let's just sack you. No, that wasn't the right timing. It didn't even make sense for Chelsea. I think everyone's losing their heads because everyone's seeing January transfer window and thinking, okay, let's do a full reshuffle. Manager, players, because the new manager needs a few players. So it's a good time to sack. But the timing in terms of the fixture list, I don't really like it. Burnley could win this game. But are we going to say it? They're 19th in the table. They're not won anything recently.
Do you know what, Theo? The whole Manchester United setup is delusional. And I've said all along, Manchester United are a mediocre team at the moment. What's on the pitch is pure mediocrity. Occasionally they'll win. occasionally they'll draw, and then they'll lose, and they'll win, and they'll draw.
But they're sixth in the table, Dad. Last year they were 15th.
That says more about the nature of the Premier League. There's some very average teams at the moment.
This year, it's so weird. Everyone's underperforming.
Yeah, they are.
Everyone is.
Honestly, like I said, that 6 teams who are playing well and overachieving this season. 6 teams. Everyone else. So the likes of Chelsea and Man United and Newcastle and Tottenham, big teams, underperforming.
So the board of United must have some goal to get maybe Champions League by the end of the season. I don't think they'll do it, but they've sacked him.
They might sneak into 5th place, but it doesn't mean they're good enough for the Champions League.
That's a good point. There's an extra position now for Champions League, and they're only 1 place away. So they're actually thinking, okay, let's reset, find someone, I reckon, more experienced, try get the job done, squeeze into top 5. But the problem is it's a losing circle. Every single manager they bring in, they end up getting fired. They have a bit of hype, then they go away. Whoever's next on that list, it has to be a serious hitman to change the hit list. You see what I'm saying?
I see, yeah.
So who would you bring in at United to change that?
I would bring in new owners and get rid of the Glazers. And I'd start there. You see, for me, you keep Amorim.
It's not just the Glazers anymore. It's a weird situation now, Dad. They've got that English billionaire who doesn't put any money in.
Ratcliffe.
Yeah.
Well, he has. He's obviously
but it's not quite Qatar money.
Look, the point I'm making, and I'm not pointing fingers at anyone, it's dysfunctional. Well, I am. I'm pointing fingers at the Glazers. You've got the wrong owners. And until that changes, it's going to be dysfunctional. It's going to go wrong. You're going to be mediocre. The structure is all wrong. And I've seen this in business there. When the structure's wrong, the business is wrong.
6th is much improved on last year, with an opportunity to go higher.
Irrelevant. Manchester United, Theo, in the 90s and the 2000s, in the Sir Alex Ferguson eras, it was either first or nothing. It was all about being top. It was all about winning the league. So now, 6th or 5th, 6th, 7th, 7th.
I'll tell you what the problem is with Man United. They're 6th because their team looks like a 6th place team.
Yes.
The team isn't good enough.
Yes.
I look at Bruno and then I stop looking because there aren't good players. Okay, and Mbeumo maybe could become that era, but he's not going to get there yet. Cunha maybe in the future, but until you bring in better defenders, more experience, more quality, there needs to be a balance. There's no striker that scores goals consistently.
Yeah.
It hurts me to watch Sesko.
I know.
You see Thingy rotting on the bench. What's his name? I forgot his name because he doesn't play enough. What's his name? Kobe Mainu rotting on the bench. No. The Man United fans they're getting it viral. #free Mainu. Really? He's not injured. The coach just didn't like him. That's probably part of the Sakiko. He needs to find his form. I saw a really good player for England. The Euros.
Yeah.
Good player. I think there could be something there in the future. But we've got to get to a prediction. After all the way we've been slating Man United, are we still going to back them to win?
I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. Yeah. Dire to watch. Burnley 0, Man United 1.
I've written down United to win 2-1. I can't say what I've said and back United to win now. Burnley 1, Man United 1. They're going to pick up a point. The Claret and Blue are going to get something. I don't know why I'm saying it, but I've just got a feeling that it's a mess at United, and that mess ain't changing.
Newcastle United against Leeds United is 9th against 16th. 2 northern powerhouses, Theo, come together. What an atmosphere this is going to be.
Great game.
At St James's Park. Newcastle, 2 wins in a row, back in the top half and at home, Theo. Is it about 11 games since they lost at home? Brilliant home record. And in 9 of those games, in 10 of the 11, I think they've scored 2 goals. So this is going to be, what's it going to be, 2-0, 2-1?
It could be. You're right, Dad. They're probably going to score 2. One for Wissa, 1 for Gordon. Maybe 1 off the bench for Waltermada. Who would you rather play, Dad? Wissa or Waltermada?
Work out how they can both be on there.
Nice problem to have, isn't it?
Very nice problem to have.
It feels like a new signing.
We've talked about Newcastle, but Leeds, I think they're unbeaten now in 7 games. 4 of the last 5 have been draws. They've suddenly stopped shedding goals and become a decent team, haven't they, Theo? And they're edging away from that relegation
Leeds are good. They are good, especially at Ellen Road, but they're away and they're at St James's Park. Tough stadium. We saw the result. Even Palace couldn't handle it, and that could have been more. We saw the VAR disallowed goal. A bit unlucky there, but Wiss is so exciting, so quick. He'll definitely get past those Palace defenders at some point in this game. We know that. And Anthony Gordon might be to his left again. Maybe Waltermada to his right. I don't know what sort of formation they'll do, but they're going to win this. I think if you don't back Newcastle right now, at home, you're a bit of a mug. I'm going to do it 2-0. I'm sorry, Leeds fans. I've backed you multiple occasions. Maybe a bit too much to beat United, but I'm going to have to take a step back. I overvalued them. Now I'm going to say Newcastle to win by 2 goals.
Wow. Now, certainly Leeds United away from home, much better recently. I mean, that draw, 0-0 draw at Anfield, spectacular. But Newcastle, different gravy at the moment. Always score 2
I love
at
gravy.
home. So you do actually. Jonesy liked it more. But anyway, Newcastle 2, Leeds United 1. And last but not least, it's Arsenal against Liverpool. It's first against fourth. It is the pretenders against the champions. They are now Arsenal. 5 in a row in terms of wins, 12 in a row, I think, at home. They just beat Bournemouth, but it's 3 points there.
It is.
Not
what a game.
Totally give it. Well, Arsenal at times I thought was sloppy, but they won.
Liverpool are having nightmares of trips down to London recently. It's not been a great season, has it? Let's be real. Look, and they bottled it. You thought Gakpo had scraped it in after some bad Fulham defending, to be honest, and they actually did well to push for that goal. But that Harrison Reed strike, I think if he does that in training ground 100 times, it goes in once. He goes and does it. He left me on shock on the sofa right there. He left my sister in shock, who just decided to watch 2 minutes of the game and blessed the TV with a goal like that. And it shocked Arne Slot. He was really upset. He thought maybe they turned a leaf, but maybe that leaf comes a week later. Maybe Liverpool will get their act together at Arsenal. Maybe it's time they stop the title runners.
Well, they do well in the big games, don't they, Theo? I mean, we've talked about Liverpool. They've dropped points by drawing recently, but they're unbeaten, I think, in, 7 games. So they're not losing at the moment. They are still in a Champions League spot. I mean, there's no chance they're going to win the title. They're too far behind. But on their day, this could easily be a 1-1.
Dad, I'm in a bit of a pickle here because I never back Arsenal to win. I think Arsenal are going to win. But the moment I predict Arsenal to win, Liverpool are going to win.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I've just said?
I do. I mean, this is one of those games that we all look forward to. And on a Thursday night, we'll be in a pub, we'll be in front of the telly. But sometimes these games disappoint. It could be a 0-0, it could be a 1-1. But I can't bet against Arsenal right now. So I'm just going to go
They're going to give them a guard of honour. The Liverpool players, the current title holders, are going to clap on Arsenal.
It should be the other way around because Liverpool today are still the champions.
Crazy to think,
Liverpool are champions as of today. And of course, Chelsea are world champions, as my Chelsea friends never forget to say.
The only world champion in my head is Harrison Reed after that strike.
Luke Littler.
Yes, Luke Littler. Well done.
Right.
Always
it's going to be Arsenal 2, Liverpool 1.
What do you think about the fans that booed Luke Littler?
Why would you do that?
I know.
Why would you do that?
Everyone loves backing the underdog.
He's a sportsman. He's a top sportsman. He's a world champion.
He's a winner.
He's ours. He's young. He's talented. Good lad. Well done,
Van Veen, no chance.
Should get him on his predictions.
Van Veen sounds like a midfielder that played for Ajax. But anyway, let's go back to Arsenal, Liverpool. I think, I'm going to say it. It hurts me to say it. I don't want to predict it. Arsenal are going to win 2-0.
2-0 to Arsenal. A 2-goal win over a Liverpool team that's not lost for a while. You're a mug there. I'm so shocked by that. I'm just going to walk out. Your ball knowledge is gone.
What? Where's he gone? Subscribe.